Now, I then saw this over the weekend, and this is one of those, no kidding, statistics. You see the statistic and you go, no kidding? Well, check this out. 11.27 million barrels a day. You know what that is? Crude oil and refined products. Refined products, gasoline, heating oil, aviation fuel, avgas. 11.27 million barrels a day are exported of crude oil and crude oil products by the United States. Let me say that again, exported. And that is an all-time high. Let's take a look at this chart.
I'm pulling it up still.
And meanwhile, production of crude being pulled out of the ground rose to record highs in March, with drillers pumping out 12.7 million barrels a day. And you say, wait, Biz Doc, what's going on? I thought we bought all of our oil from the Middle East. No siree. We do not buy all of our oil from the Middle East, and we are an oil power. So wait a minute. If the United States is at an all-time high of exporting, who are we exporting to? Well, Canada buys a lot from us. A lot of people buy from us. Well, I don't understand. I thought, you know, we're worried about the Saudis not pumping oil and stuff like that. Well, we are. Well, why all the media fuss about oil and about pipelines and about the Saudis and about OPEC? Well, let me explain something. If the United States is an oil power, we are more independent, and we are more crisis-proof on the world stage because we can handle our own stuff. We drill out of Texas, and there's a type of oil, when you'll see the price of oil for WTI, that stands for West Texas Intermediate. That's a type of oil. And there's also light sweet crude. They talk a lot about Saudi oil, light sweet crude. Also talk about North Sea, Brent crude. Those are just types of oil. Just think of it as oil. And the world market for oil is very complex. But the United States, the more we become fully energy independent, and we actually are an exporter, what happens is that gives us independent. And that's not what the green lobby wants and the globalists want. The globalists and the green lobby are together on two things. Globalists want the U.S. to be part of a new world order and to come together. We are family, kumbaya, and we all know what the globalists want, right? Complete destruction of sovereignty, one world government, the whole bit. Well, how do you get there if the United States is oil independent, and the minute you have any moderate or conservative presidents, Congresses, or Senates in the United States, you're not going to get you will not, as they say, get the United States put over a barrel for that. No. It's not going to happen. So being oil independent, energy independent, works against the globalists' desires for the United States. The other people that it works against is the Greens. The Greens want all fossil fuel to be stopped tomorrow. And California puts in things, by 2030, all new cars have to be sold or electric, or whatever it was they did.
Yeah.
Well, now, go try to overnight plug all those electric cars into California, the grid shorts out, and more wildfires are started. Yeah, because dirty little secret in California, their infrastructure for energy is terrible. It's outdated. So then Saudi comes out because the price of oil, see the price of oil has been sliding down. And I don't have this one. Can you find that, Kai? A oil
pricing chart?
Yeah, average price of crude, and let's go back 1 year. So we'll see what's going on here. So the price of oil has been gently coming down along with inflation getting under control. Remember, it's not there yet. It's just gone from 9.1 down to here. So you go 1 year, take a look at that. So was that January?
June 8th.
This January, we welcomed the new year, I think, with $115 oil, something like that, wasn't it?
You're saying 76 for crude oil futures.
Oh yeah, it was a year ago, 22.
Yeah.
We rang in the new year in 22 at about 115.
22. Yeah, 22 was expensive. 22 started off at 78, but then it went up to 115 in March. In 22.
Yep. So it was end of first quarter.
Yep.
Life runs so fast I can't remember.
Yeah.
So take a look. That's what's happening in the crude. So there you have it. You know, you've got the price coming down a little bit. Now Saudi says we're going to cut production because they want to raise the price of their crude on a national scale. So what does that mean for us? Well, that means that in the midst of inflation getting under control, the Saudis want to actually cause the price of oil to be less under control because the Saudis are in it for themselves. So they want to get oil prices to go up. Now, a dirty little secret is sometimes the U.S. oil producers go straight to that price as well, and they make money just like anybody else.
Yeah, when they have the cartels and the OPEC.
Yeah, and the Chevrons and the Exxons, who, if you take a look, in the middle of COVID, Chevron and Exxon had record profits.
Yep.
In the middle of and so we can have the debate about price gouging here another time. But what it means is right now is still a time for you to be running the best business you can, treating your people well, keeping the great people, trimming off the other people, because there's the opportunity to do that and come out on the other side stronger than you got here. So that's the way I see it.